So, let's recap real quick. So, last session, you guys were summoned by the Adventurers Guild. You and four other groups were to essentially assault the Mage's Tower well, four groups were to assault the Mage's Tower while you snuck in through the top. You guys were successful in getting in and met a ghostly figure, a woman by the name of Valentina, who helped you guys kind of down, kind of helped you guide. You guys found some interesting books, some sort of crystal ball that Gex threw, and then dealt with a horde of devils. As you guys fought, you guys continue fighting, starting to push towards exhaustion, and the person you were sent to find, Voss, made her appearance and helped you guys out, killing off some of the devils and helping you guys get downstairs to a safer area. In your exhaustion, she told you guys rest, and then she'll help you guys get out. And as you guys all fell asleep and woke up, you woke up outside in a foresty area, and were greeted by some woman who was kind of looks like she was going through your packs or reorganizing your packs. You weren't quite sure which one it was, but she was dealing with that and explained, just the gist of where you guys were and the fact that Goldbeard, you're still having an existential crisis that you guys got somehow are 3,500 years before everything that you just did. So, you guys got warped to the past.
We got an existential crisis for pulling a samurai jack.
Yep. And that's where we left off. I believe, besides Goldbeard, who was having an existential crisis, everyone was kind of chatting, and this female that you guys are with by the name of Kat is, currently just hanging out. Not, she's just away from you guys because you guys wanted to do some private talking.
Is she just kind of like looking around doing her own thing, or is she like she's just looking at the party?
She's just kind of chilling. She seems kind of a little bit of a space cadet right now.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Her head's in the clouds.
Oh, okay.
She don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna investigate these tents, search for anything that could be useful while she's kind of not paying attention.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull up my sheet. I forgot. That is 14.
On investigation. You don't. There's like really nothing. They're just tents are empty. Looks like they've been set up for travelers. It's all pretty sturdy and everything. So you can tell that they've been set up. They have some weathering to them. You're wondering if people come out here to reset it and everything. You're not quite sure on that, though.
Okay, that's cool, but that's also nice that everyone is awake now. Everyone's awake and here.
I hear.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Oh my god. Morning hero or afternoon. But yeah, so there's nothing in these tents really. There's a few bedrolls laid out. the fire pit right here, looks like it's still the embers have cooled down. It looks like it was used kind of recently. But yeah, again, Kat's just kind of, like I said, she's head up in the clouds. She's being a space cadet. She's not really paying attention to you guys for the most part.
All right, well,
Kind of goes over there and looks like she's looking around in the trees.
let's check those pockets.
Oh my gosh.
That would be a 8.
An 8.
You're
Does
just.
does the tower we ventured into still exist back now?
No, she that was one thing you guys said something about Mage's Tower, and she's very confused about any Mage's Tower.
She didn't hear of any tower.
When would I be able to determine how close I am to the position it would be in?
Give me you've got your cartographer. Give me
Yes.
a nature check, but I'll give you it at advantage because you're a cartographer, and I'm doing this roll. So, Gax, as you go and
20?
okay, real quick, Gax, as you go to check the pockets of Cat, she kind of turns to you and goes, "What are you doing?"
You know, since you were checking our bags earlier, I just want to make sure you had everything that was on you as well. You know,
Oh my
mutually helping each other.
Give me a deception check. Junk, as you pull up your maps and everything, you're looking at the position and everything. As you go through,
That's a 4.
that's a 4. You said.
I
Yeah,
have a
minus
negative 2 on charisma.
Okay. You're looking at this and you recognize that you're probably I'd say about 5-10 miles away from the tower and where the tower would have been, and you would have been able to see it with the clearing.
Okay.
So
And the Adventurers Guild Hall was inside a city, was it not?
yes, it was actually in the city of Erinda, which is the town she just mentioned.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a deception. So she would need. I'm gonna re-roll that one because it got stuck on junk.
Cocked.
So she, Gax, Cat kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, well, thank you for making sure everything was in place." She doesn't seem to believe you, but she's kind of like weary of you now.
Man, truth or not, she was looking through our stuff. I don't care.
Are we rested and ready to journey?
I guess I don't know where we could go from here. I don't got a boat.
Well, to me, the most logical course of action would be to return to where the tower would be and look around. Perhaps there's traces of a spell or something we could determine. In addition, it was right outside of the town she mentioned, Erinda, so we could perhaps find something to resupply at least. Or perhaps another mage is there that we could determine how we got back now.
Works for me, Junk. Let's do it.
Unless we don't want to return?
Well, here's what I'm thinking right now. How many artifacts, real cool stuff, lore, and many books foretold about great items being lost to history? So now think about this, Junk. We could make history and take those items, making them lost forever. And when we pop back up, back in what? 3,500 years from now? What do you think those items are going to be worth? More than whatever we were going to get paid for from the guild, I can tell you right now. So maybe we can take our time with this.
Well, either way, it seems our journey starts in Arendelle.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
About this time, Cat walks up and goes, Are you ready to go? Do you need at least a guide to Arendelle?
You may accompany us, and I'll point to where Arendelle would be, but it's there.
You must be very well-versed travelers then. Still odd that you were sleeping about on top of the hill and not here in the camp, but to each their own, right?
Well, we really like nature.
Nature is always a good thing. Yeah, and as you guys follow this, yeah, as you guys follow the path out, you guys come to this nice little crossroad. Junk, you know, it's over to the left. The right leads almost to an ocean front. And then there's just roaring hills. It doesn't look like there's a lot out here.
It is this way.
All right, sorry. Other left. Sorry. Other left.
Stage left.
Stage left. Don't mind the water. At the end there. That's supposed to be there.
Well, I guess we just go to the town.
Yep.
So we can get some information.
Yep.
That is the plan.
And you guys can jump to the town board. Now. I gotta turn
Just
music down.
My medieval playlist on YouTube that I just play in the background.
Nice. Let's see. You guys should... Did I remember to... No, I did not remember to do that.
Oh, you did.
Leon, awoken from the slumber.
That should be
Yeah,
novel.
can't really string it with a swollen throat, so sorry I'm late.
No, you're fine, dude.
taking care of it. Oh.
No, I didn't have time.
Mm.
So weird.
Rest your voice.
Yeah, I found a bad brothel.
It dropped.
Hey man, a bathhouse mixed brothel is a good combo, okay?
Yeah, I dropped you novel. There you are.
You can see that Goldbeard actually looks like a good guy now.
I don't have me edgy armor anymore. I dropped it after the patch.
After the patch.
And now Hero looks like a fucking badass in his armor.
Yeah, I need to do that. That's driving me insane. Okay. It takes you guys several hours to get to the town. As you enter this town, it's pretty quiet overall. You can hear some people moving about. People are heading towards houses, it looks like. And overall, it's just it's a fairly quiet town. When you guys arrive, Kat does speak up and she goes, "And welcome to Erinda. It's fairly new town. Only recently built in the past couple of months. I know the manor is still being worked on, though."
Yo, this town sucks.
Because it's a town.
With a brothel. Yes?
She's like,
Well, you see now, there's probably not a brothel, but knowing that in new towns there could be prostitutes.
she like,
Sir, I have class.
Yeah, well, at least I tried. Where's the smith?
she goes, there is no smith here.
There isn't?
No.
Oh, I'm going to teach a boy how to be a smith. That is important for the trade and the economy here.
She kind of looks at you kind of weird. They're Goldberg, and she goes, all they have here is a library, the tavern, and a small old little shop, and the few people that do live here. And then, of course, the manor. I think the lord of the land wanted the manor at least up and working. He, from what I know, he allows travelers to stay there, as there is no inn or any place to rest for weary travelers.
Well, I think first things first, we should head to the market or store or whatnot. We gotta resupply on gears. I know I need to pick up something after getting absolutely dominated by those imps. I don't want that to happen ever again.
Oh man, that was brutal.
And the worst part is, Goldbeard here had to put the hammer on the ground, and we don't want any ancient dust getting on it now, do we?
Hey, I put a lot of time and effort into this Warhammer.
Exactly. I'm with you.
How much did you put into the Warhammer? About 40K?
More.
Oh, hero. That was good. She goes, yes, no, I can show you where that is. I can also show you where the tavern is and where the library is, but they're kind of distinguished in their own aspects. She goes, but a lot of the people here are worried to strangers right now due to some issues going on.
Oh.
I don't know all the details. I just overheard that there was something going on around in a few areas, dealing with some of these small towns.
We all know where all the gossip is. Let's head to the tavern.
I'd like to head to the library.
Okay. She points to a moderately big building. It's actually bigger than all the other buildings. She kind of points and goes, "That's the library over there."
Okay, I'll head there.
And then who is going to the tavern and who's doing what?
Well, I want to go to the market. I changed my mind. What's more trustworthy than gold?
She points off in the distance. She goes, "You can come with me, Gax. We'll go over there together."
They
They
went
say it's the most efficient form of travel.
Yep.
hopping.
And you're there. Leorn and Goldbeard, what are you two planning on doing then?
And tavern.
I'll go to the tavern.
Okay. Put Stormwind's character in the tavern right now for you guys.
Okay.
This is the library.
Tavern's over
That's the
here.
Library. Couldn't lie to you. How could they?
Wait, where?
Bottom left.
Fancy pants. Fancy pants is where
Oh, I
characters
see it.
are supposed to be.
Wait, no, bottom left. Yeah,
Yep,
here it
right
is.
there.
I see the tables.
Yeah. Well, I hope they have dwarven ale. Oh, miss it.
I need to get a bar wench in here real quick. Alright, Leorn, Goldbeard, you guys go into the tavern. And after about a minute of waiting, woman comes up and goes, "Hi, you're not from around here."
No, we just arrived.
Oh,
Been going through an adventure lately.
oh, travelers, what can I get for you?
Well, I'm definitely sure that my big armored manly man and I would like some ale to start.
She goes, "Ale, yes, I can, I will get that. Any food yet?"
Oh no, no, we let the alcohol sink in before we go for the food. We need to see which one of us breaks first. It's a competition.
She kind of looks at you and goes, "Okay." And she kind of walks over. She goes up to the bar and she's like talking, but you kind of can't see anyone behind the bar.
Oh, I see why. That's... I wonder what's been taking these people by surprise. I wonder what's causing them suspicion.
And about a minute or so later, she comes back with a few drinks. She puts it on the table and she goes, "If you need anything, just holler. I'll come help as when I can. Not like we're busy." And she kind of goes back. Seems like she's talking to the invisible person again. All right. Gax, you and Kat enter this small little shop. It's got, looks like food supplies, a couple random assortments of stuff. There's a very well robed half orc behind the counter.
Ah, another greenie. What's good, man? So, what do you have in stock? I've been getting my ass beat. I need to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. How can you help me?
He kind of looks down at you, like from over the counter, and looks and goes, "Don't see many goblins around here." He kind of looks. Oh, if you're someone that likes to take a beating, I've got some potions of healing, but
I think what I said was I don't like that, but I think you're onto something on items. Yes, I am looking for that.
yes, I have some in stock, not many.
You got any weapons for my little hands?
He looks and he kind of looks around and goes, "No, I don't carry anything like that yet. Still waiting for them to decide if they're going to build a smithy."
Great. All right, what potions you got?
He looks and he pulls out a couple, probably like 5 or 6 vials of this green liquid. Because this is all I have. Basic potions of healing.
Okay. How much for each?
Hold on, I gotta get over to there. Because it's not easily available. He is before R. And definitely after D.
Wait a minute, is there just like a vampire that just has every letter in the alphabet just exist in this town in some point or another? I wonder.
I'm trying to remember cost on. I'm almost there, sorry. Okay. He looks and he goes 50 gold each.
How many you got?
5.
All right, I'll take 3.
You'll take 3? Alright. Subtract 150 gold from your pocketbook, and he gives you those 3 when you hand him the coin. He goes, "Pleasure doing business." And he looks
By the
over.
way, you got any poison?
Goes, "No. Unfortunately for me." He looks a little like something's not right. Just basically from his face, he looks somewhat depressed.
When the imposter sus.
When the imposter's sus.
How about we do an ear for deceit? Is he lying to me? What's wrong with him? Does he have poison? I think he does. I think he does.
He actually does.
Man.
He's telling the truth that he has no poison.
Dang.
But you can tell that, when his voice dropped about saying "unfortunately," yeah, it puts him in a mood.
So, you okay, man?
He looks and goes, "No, sorry, I shouldn't bother travelers with my personal issues."
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Well, you know what? I'm in a weird space myself, and I think it would be fun to hear someone else's woes.
He goes,
Keep it short.
he looks and he goes, "You are a very strange goblin.
So I've heard.
To appease you, people in this town and a couple of towns have been disappearing. One of the persons missing is my daughter.
Oh.
She's all I have left."
Well, she was. But, hey.
He kind of gives you this look, and you kind of get this, like, cold chill down your back.
So, how long ago was that?
He looks, goes, "She disappeared about 4 days ago."
Any idea why that might be happening?
No.
Not giving me much to work on here.
He goes, "I have little to give you. Though the mayor, the lord of the land, might be able to help out more in information. He's been having people investigate. So if you want to help out, he would be the man to go to."
Right. You know, I do love a good mystery, but think about this. You know, a lot of time people in power like to just kill people and sometimes eat them, depending on, you know, the region. You know,
He looks and goes,
places. But if you think about it, they might be putting on that investigation as just a feint, you know, to get them off their trail. But I can get to the bottom of this one.
he kind of gives you another look of just like, he looks dumbfounded when you say all of that. Let's put it that way.
Anyways, you know, I'll look into this. Have a good one.
Goes, "Take care." Cat kind of looks at you and is like, "Well, that was interesting."
I guess I'll join my compatriots at the tavern.
Okay.
It's readings for lames.
Oh my.
Alright. Junk. You're in the library. There's a very well-dressed dragonborn. He looks like he's at a table going through some stuff in this library. The books, some of the walls are lined with books. Lots of bookshelves, a lot of empty spaces on these books right now. There is a pile of books on the ground that you can see, and again, this dragonborn.
Okay. Does he have the trappings of the librarian, or does he look more like an arcane practicer?
More like an arcane practicer.
All right, I'll throw my hood back and try to. I don't want to disturb him, but I want to see what it is he's looking at. Is it for, perhaps like spell books or something like that, or is he just studying?
It looks like what he's got out. He's got, it looks like some just random books and scrolls of like. The scrolls are more of like missing person stuff, and it looks like he's looking through some sort of tome. He goes, "If I could just figure out some way of getting this spell to work without a component like a piece of hair. Just any tracking spell could help out greatly." He is, again, muttering out loud. He's not... He looks very intent on what he's doing.
Got it. And so then I'll turn away from him, let him continue studying. I'm going to take a look and see if there's any other arcane books. Specifically, is there any books in here that, like, well, I don't know, that I haven't really heard of? Like, we're 3,000 years in the past, that there's knowledge here that may be lost.
Yeah. You know what? Give me an investigation.
Pull up my, there we go.
Yep. Hey there, Jambo.
Not very good. 10.
10. A lot of the books, it looks like it is interesting. You're seeing book titles that you recognize, but some of them that you go through don't have all the same, from what you can remember, how they're written, are written slightly different in the fact of, like, some of the books are thicker than what you ever remember them being originally.
Been edited down.
Yeah. Nothing major. There is one little book that, as you're going through, it's, you remember seeing it, talking about it from the tower. You remember seeing the book about ancient magics, and this one isn't talking about them as they were ancient magics. That there are more commonly practiced magics, but they are very high skilled magics.
Okay, I definitely want to take that to study.
Okay.
And
It does have some of the component stuff. Some of these components seem a little expensive or a little bit hard to get to.
Right.
But yeah.
And is there anything on creating magic items?
There's a couple.
Or enchanting an item to perform a function?
There are a couple of ones. They look like they're just talking about like minor enchantments.
Yeah, and
things like that.
That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that'll let me, basically cast magic missile, and then something that would let me detect if items are magical in the area.
Yeah, you could. They're not all in one book. It looks like it's a small series of books talking about this is the base process. This is how you go a little more into an advanced, and it's going up to up to pretty much being able to do up to 4th level spells into an item with or functionality wise.
Is it or basically full enough or detailed enough that I could follow it and create one?
Yes.
Okay, then I will copy that down.
All right.
And I will take a seat next to at a table close to the Dragonborn to keep an ear out on him while I'm copying.
Okay. You do that. We'll go back down here. Gax, Goldbear, Leonor, the bar, Leorn. Sorry.
Ouch.
What'd you do?
Oh, it just cracked my back.
The barmaid does come back with more drinks at this moment. If I can keep her off of Cat. So she comes back with more drinks. She goes, there looks like there's quite a few of you now. And she looks actually more worried at this point as she kind of puts more drinks on the table.
I was actually here the whole time. I was just under the table.
There wasn't enough room, so he decided to jump on the table. Yes, there is quite a few of us. We're doing some stuff adventuring. Why? You look a little pale.
She looks and she's like, and at this moment, you kind of hear this booming voice and go, "Aye, lass, just let it be. Let me talk to them." And the barkeep
Oh,
comes out from behind the bar
McKinn.
and goes,
I immediately go for that bro hug
he kind
for a
of,
fellow dwarf.
he sits there and you bro hug him. He kind of been away from the mountain too long, have we?
Oh, you haven't heard hear of it, brother. How are you?
Yes, I am well. Tell me, lads and lasses, what brings you here?
Well, we recently came from our camp not too far from here, and we heard that the town is full of ales. What has happened?
He goes, no. Over the past couple of weeks, we've lost people. Yes, the people just disappearing. Most recent one here was poor shopkeeper's daughter.
Sorry for that. Do we have any information? Like, do we know how they're disappearing, or?
Could they have been lost and trapped in a brothel? Because I can save them.
He chuckles and goes, one could hope, but the only person that's got any information at this moment is the mayor. And he's been, every single time something happens, he's the first one on the scene to help out. I mean, not all the time. He comes second, third, or fourth. But he's been launching an investigation. Doing what he can, anyways. So much a man can do.
You ever think it could be the mayor that's doing it?
Man's a whelp. You wouldn't be able to do anything like that. He's barely got enough guards for this town. And he tries to keep them out as much as possible.
Do we need an invitation to speak to the mayor, or are we able to just walk in and demand an audience?
I mean, he tends to keep his doors wide open. Except for at night when he locks up, but I mean, everyone locks up nowadays. But you should be able to go see him. There's plenty of light to the day.
Alright. Keep having a swig of the old ale. Well, after these drinks, should we take a visit to the friendly old mayor?
Seems like the move to me. This gives us someone to do.
Go, baby, go. Go, bartender, you got this. Hey, witch magic! But, alright.
And I'll definitely be interested in taking a look around that manor. So let's head out while we still have daylight.
We are going to finish our mugs first. Continues to drink. He's really trying to just savor the flavor of this lovely ale.
Of the ale.
It's been a long day.
All right. You talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
Alright, there's no way that ale is as good as the ale we have in the future, man. This is like old techniques. Probably tastes like garbage.
Well, you know what? You know what it does have versus current time? More alcohol.
You're
goes
holding
for
up our adventure where we have to go and find some missing people on a mystical thing for a few more sips of your ale. Really?
Yeah, a dwarf has standards. He's
Just bring
going
it
to
with
get
us.
to it. We can't just take a mug of ale from the tavern. That'd be
Why don't you just
stealing.
ask your dwarven brethren over there? Since you were so quick to hug them, but can't ask them for a cup of beer to go.
No.
Wow.
We're getting to it, all right?
You know, I guess we're just gonna overlook what I was saying back at the camp, where we can grab valuable items and artifacts. Now, how much do you think an ancient mug from a famous, let's say, one of the oldest bars, taverns, in a major city?
I'm not stealing. That's final.
Maybe a gold. That's it.
Thanks, Junk. From halfway across the town?
What is that voice? Oh!
So, let me know when you guys decide to finish your drinks and meet up with Junk and
Convenient that you say that. We're all finished up.
okay.
Well,
Conveniently.
Let's do an investigative check to see if there's any culturally relevant items in the tavern.
For God's sake.
Go ahead and re-roll that since it rolled over cat.
Rolled over cat lady.
That was
Oh, even
worse.
worse.
There is not.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Alright.
So the Dragonborn left.
The Dragonborn eventually leaves. He sounds like he's trying to figure out, some sort of spell. But yeah, he eventually it looks like at one point in time before he leaves, he looks up, he looks at you, he kind of nods his head before he leaves.
Okay. And yeah, I'm not a diviner, so I would have no idea how to do what he's wanting to do. Alright, I got some information I wanted then.
You guys head out to the north end of the town.
What have we learned?
Well, that people are disappearing and that the mayor knows a lot. Or
And
knows-
Goldbeard has some serious ties to the Dwarven Brethren.
Yes. There was a dwarven bartender. Him and I had a nice conversation.
Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go solve a mystery. We're heading to the manor.
Cat,
Very well.
Yeah, Cat pipes up. She goes, apparently with people disappearing, the shop owner's daughter was the latest. It's the only information that the latest information.
Oh, I see. Looks at the goblin.
What does that mean?
That's what it means.
Oh, by the way, shopkeeper is a half-orc. I don't know if that means anything to you. Maybe you don't want to solve this mystery because of that. Leorin.
I think Leorin's resting his voice at this moment or away. Alright. And I will let you guys know when you can move to Arendal Manor.
I was too busy thinking about what was going on. What are we trying to figure out here?
Figuring out the dang mystery and why on all the people.
I agree. I believe it might be the mayor.
Oh man, that's 2 for the mayor. Oh.
2 for the mayor. You guys, when you're ready, can move over to the Erindal Manor.
The beta for Naraka starts on Wednesday.
On Wednesday? Nice. Oh yeah, that was going on today. The E3 stuff for them.
Give me the option to move anywhere.
It's officially out August 12th.
August 12th? Nice. That's awesome.
That is a little concerning, but the brokerage is fine.
It's a little concerning.
I'm not having the ability to jump over or do anything of the such. Oh, there we go.
Well, it did drop you once too. Damn it, Jambo. Yes, Homeworld 3.
Okay. Arinda's main.
Arinda, yeah, Arinda Manor. Or Arinda.
Arinda. Arriba. Oh, this is a manor, all right.
And then, yeah, whenever you get a chance here to jump over.
I'm gonna drink some more of that good coffee. Here, back in just a second.
That good.
That good coffee.
Wait, where the heck are we going? Why does it have me in the open area?
I don't know. Go to the Erindal Manor. Should be the top board.
Yeah.
There we go.
That moment when the creamer completely takes out the warmth of the coffee,
Oof.
and now that it's fully heating up, I start to get it like warm.
All right. Well,
Let
you
that
guys.
paladin spin.
You spin me right round. You guys approach the manor and you are able to walk in. Oh god, he's floating. You guys are walking and these two are not pointing the way I wanted them. There we go. As you walk in, 2 guards approach you guys.
Hey.
Oh, are they both female?
Yep. You can't tell until the voice from one goes, "Halt! What are you all doing here? And who are you?"
We're raiders. Huh, just kidding. We're here to see the mayor.
Smack the goblin in the back of the head.
They both have their shields on, but they have their hands on their swords at the ready. They look and go. You've come to see the mayor. Why?
We've heard that the town has been going through some tough times, and we've come to help. Strokes my beard with gold in it.
They both turn.
40K.
They both turn to each other and look. This one walks back here and just kind of, again, looks like she's standing guard. This one right here and goes, you can follow me, but she, and she points at Cat, has to stay here with the other guard.
I kind of look over.
Cat,
Why must she stay? She's with us.
she looks and she goes, just in case you all try to do something, we have leverage.
What about if you try to do something?
Well, there's plenty of you.
I will stay here as well.
She kind of looks a little like almost perplexed in the armor. She goes, well then,
Well, not all of our eggs are in one basket then.
she goes, well then,
Well, at least if Junk is staying behind with her, I'm okay with going forward.
Ah.
well then,
Yes.
follow me. And she walks up the stairs.
Yeah, we.
And then
we
every-
hobble after her.
And you guys come up.
We dwarfs are natural sprinters in short distances.
And you fell through the floor again, by the way.
And I fell through the floor. Oh god. Hold on. I got it. Boom. I teleported.
She
Oh.
goes right here and stands. You get out.
I'm struggling to try and like properly zoom in on it before it like hovers and disappears.
Yeah, I got you pulled out of the room. She stands there and she knocks on the door and she goes, sir, you have visitors. Before she stands at guard and opens the doors. You guys can enter in.
Nice. From the distance I see, it looks like there's a cool Gandalf figure talking to commoner.
Pretty much. At this point, you guys do see these two gentlemen. They are talking. The well-robed, someone that looks like it's an king caster of some sort, seems a little heated about the entire thing. While the other one's just trying to stay calm. Eventually, when you guys get up and you hear the arcane, the wizard essentially go, it's your town. You need to figure out where these people are. I'm tired of hearing about this. And he kind of looks over and goes, you know, guess. He looks at all of you and goes, I'm going back to the Elven town to discuss what we discussed here. I'm sure with no information, they're going to be very mad at you just as much as I am. So figure it out. Before he
stomps off.
Yeah.
From what it looks like. Damn. You got yelled at by an old wizard.
And this man finally turns and looks at all of you and goes, sorry for you all hearing that. My name is Jensen. I am the mayor of this town. How can I help you?
Well, we are adventurers that came from a nearby camp. We just came to rest our adventuring bones before hearing that the town is being felled by some mysterious creature. Everyone pointed the finger, saying that we should go to you.
Yes. Well, I am launching an investigation. I'm not getting anywhere. And he walks over to this table right here.
Well, that's perfect, because I'm an investigator.
Well, of course he is.
Certified investigator goblin on the job.
Yep, that's me. Gax Goblino.
Goblino.
ESI.
Yeah. He looks at all of you and goes, "It's odd that there's a goblin that's investigating, but
Don't worry, he's with us.
And it's odd that there's a mayor who can't find his people.
yes. Well, what's odd is that the people. It always happens before the crack of dawn, it seems like. Could be in the middle of the night, we're not sure. Could be right when all the lights go out. But over the past couple of weeks, we've had people disappearing, and it's not just from our town. Over in the forest, there's an elven town. They've been dealing with the same issues. And then there's a small dwarven town in the hills that have been dealing with the same issues as well. I've reached out and said I would help investigate, not only because my people, but theirs as well. And I've turned up nothing. Some of my scouts that I did have become some of those who have disappeared.
What about that angry wizard? He looked agitated.
I don't blame him for being agitated. That was Gavin. He's a mage. He helps keep the peace between the three towns. But lately I feel like all I'm doing is failing him and being a thorn in his side.
That shouldn't be your responsibility. You have so many people to deal with and so little room to fix the issue.
It's true, but since the town's been built, we were supposed to be the trade route between the three. We get goods for all three of them, for the other two towns, and they get goods to us to send out. And that's since the disappearances have started.
What about the other two towns? Have they shared any information about what happened?
With the dwarves, we've not had much contact with them over the last week. I'm fearing for the worst, and I can't say much. And the elves, Gavin's the only one that's speaking to me that deals with the elves. At this point, in the last few days, the elves have just straight up stopped talking to me. My information is such that it's happening at night, or at least in dark areas. And that the last report I ever got from a scout was a cavern of some sorts, but they apparently lost direction. I don't know. He pulls out the parchment that has the last letter. He actually has multiple parchments on this table. They're all the letters from scouts. Because they've all disappeared, not given any information as of recent either. Maybe they're still alive, maybe they're dead, I don't know.
Well, it sounds right about the elves. They never really like to talk to anyone. Dwarves, I'm definitely sure I can help with them, but I don't know them very well. What about your wizard friend? Does he know anything? Other than the fact that he's just scolding you very harshly?
He looks and goes, he might have some more information, but at this point, he's headed off to the elves. So the only way you're going to get any information is going to the elven town. But that... He looks and he kind of looks outside and goes, that would have to wait till the morning. The forest is dense and I don't care who you are. It's better to traverse it while there's sunlight going in there.
Is there a curfew that's on the town?
On the town, yes. When the sun falls, everyone needs to be secured in their homes.
Should we help in the patrols? Make sure that everyone is safe and that no one's getting stolen in the night?
He looks and goes, if you want, that'd be nice, but if you're going to help, if you're offering any help, I'd rather you help find the missing persons.
And we will, but we need to make sure that no more are stolen.
That would be nice.
To get the room while talking for anything nice. Oh my god.
Yeah, you think the tables are nice, but you're not really walking out with those.
You're not going to steal the minis to play a classic medieval version of D&D. I do look at the map though. Is there any insignias about the dwarves or any form of information I can go off of for the big dwarven mini?
No, and as you can tell, the wizards where the elves are, the dwarves, that's the dwarven town, and then you've got the town of Erendal where you guys are. And you see a lot of just kind of like marks of areas that have been searched, and there's just X's on the map. It looks like Jensen's very at ends because he's got no information.
He's trying his best to be the good dad of the town, but God, he's having a tough time. Kind of look. Tell me about the dwarves. Do you know any information, like their clan name? I'm sure that all three of you must have good relations.
Well, before all this, yes, we did. He kind of sighs, goes, the dwarves are hill dwarves. One of their kin is the bartender here in the town. He's always had good talks with me, and he doesn't fault me for anything, but again, our communication with them was great. They were bringing it in ores to ship out. They were even going to send one of their a blacksmith and an apprentice to help us have a smithery out here for travelers, and we were going to start building the blacksmith soon. I've got this manor mostly built. There's some areas I have blocked off because they're not finished. I had to focus more on this once people started disappearing, just in case I needed to get whoever's left in the town in one place, just to keep everyone under one roof and safe. But I could only do so much. The town's barely got the people to support itself anymore. And again, the dwarves are they've always been friendly, but with no communication, I have no clue what's going on. The elves had always been friendly, but they're probably at their wits' end. I'm wondering how bad they are.
They're probably being too busy eating salads and dancing under the stars, so I can't help with that. But the dwarves and I can help sort them out. Is there anyone on the case currently?
For the dwarves, my last scout is out there, but I haven't heard from them in almost 2 days.
Alright. I'm definitely sure that there are wizards and other arcane practitioners working on the case currently, yeah? Aside from angry wizard Gavin.
Yes, there's my town's cleric, Dragonborn. He's been researching, trying to find ways of searching for the people, but he's been turning up nothing.
What god does he serve, if I may ask?
He sits there and goes, Bahamut.
Baham. I see. Alright. We can start there.
He stops and goes, listen, I do appreciate if you're willing to help out. By all means, help out. But I do ask that if you are travelers and you've been journeying for a while, please take this time, rest here tonight. There's plenty of rooms and plenty of beds for everyone.
That sounds great, everyone. We should rest up for the night and stay here.
Before we go tuck into bed, I do want to ask: is there like a common thing that connects to all of it? A calling card, anything?
Nothing that we found.
Oh, I see. Well, we'll definitely start in the morning.
He looks and goes, thank you. But I do suggest that if you do go anywhere, try and talk to Gavin. He seems to know more going on with the elves. And he might have some information about the dwarves. More information than I have. He's well traveled.
Traveling angry wizard. Yes. That'll be perfect. I will be glad to help him talking to the dwarves. That is for sure. I don't want to get a salad bowl forced down my throat. Ooh. I then point over to our friendly paladin. If I definitely go out at night, I will definitely trust this man. Seen him smack around so many fiends with his smiting abilities.
He looks and goes, that makes me feel a little more comfortable. He does look down and he finally goes, well, Manor's yours to look around and everything. There's nothing much here. But if you need anything, I'll be in here. He does
Make
look
sure
very
to
wary.
drink something tonight.
He looks very weird. He goes back to this. There's more papers on the tables, and as he goes and he's looking through paperwork and everything. And eventually the door opens and your little not so friendly night guard comes in and goes,
She's very funny.
she walks by and goes, looks and goes, sir, you can we talk? She looks, she kind of pulls off her helmet and she puts it on the table, and you can tell there's bags under her eyes. It looks like she's not been sleeping.
Ooh, working them overtime, baby.
Can I help with that?
She looks at you and she goes, now, what?
Do you guys not have lovemaking 3,000 years back, or what?
She goes, what do you...
Oh my god.
This is not the time for intercourse, any sense. Oh.
You
Sir,
do that afterwards with the booze. I start leaving.
she looks again. She kind of looks around. She goes, "So can we talk in private?" And Jensen kind of gives her this look and wearily nods his head. And he again looks at Ugax and Leoran and Leoran. He goes, "If you'll excuse me, gentlemen," and yeah, gentlemen. He looks at you when he kind of stutters about that, Gax.
Wait, what?
He's
They're
pretty
trying
much
to-
telling you two to get the F out of the office.
Seriously, they're trying to tell us to fuck off.
All right, well, let's go
The
on a
offer's
nice
still on the
tour
table.
around.
My lady.
Oh gosh.
She kind of gives you this look, and she sighs before you all leave the room.
All right.
You guys go. Okay.
I know I make it to our fellow companions. I fill junk in on everything. In my own dwarfish way.
Kat seems she's talking to the other guard. She's just like spilling her heart out about, things. She's just like girling out, talking to this other guard. You guys can tell this other guard's just like almost, you can see kind of her eyes kind of giving this look of,
This is a cat.
get her away from me now.
This is a cat in a woman's body, and a cat in a woman's body does what a cat does in a woman's body.
So while Kat is talking to that guard, I'm looking around to see if there's anything interesting on the walls, weapons, an armory, perhaps.
Not really. It's
Jesus
Christ. Yeah, the walls are very barren. Just the torches.
Torches, the planks in the wall.
Yeah,
And you don't
it's-
see the planks.
It's a lot of this house, or a lot of this manor is looking very new and it's built, but there are some parts that look like they're not completely finished.
Well, gang, this place is literally barren. So are we sleeping or are we scouting?
Mm. I know I'm tired, but I know that some of these people need help with the patrols. The guards are tired. Some of them are overworked. currently we have a cleric trying to learn some arcane practices to help track down whatever ails this town.
You guys hear this other guard go. If any of you are staying, let me show you to one of the guest rooms. And she starts walking away and like trying to get away from Kat as quickly as she possibly can.
I'm just hovering
Behind her.
menacingly. Oh,
Yeah. She gets right here and kind of points to the door. Goes, this will have beds for almost all of you.
are there any pipes for smoking? Anything to feast on? Anything to drink?
She looks, she goes, the cellar downstairs has some food and drink, not much though.
Okay, that's 2 of 3. What about
let's
the pipe?
Check it out.
She looks and she goes, unless you have your own pipe, there are no pipes here. And I'm pretty sure Jensen would not like you smoking in brand new manor.
Only the pipe Leorn wants to lay.
Well, I mean, I'd probably smoke outside because that's the responsible thing to do. But I will definitely drink and eat. Thank you.
Brand
I
new? I mean, it's not even finished yet. Like, come on.
She kind of looks, she goes, yes, and smoke still travels and likes to get trapped in wood and stone. We'd rather not have that constant smell, even after it's finished.
I do offer up my hand in a formal handshake.
So do you like to party?
And she looks at you, Goldbear, and she shakes your hand. Now, I guess I'm pretty sure Jensen told you, have a look. You have Rain to check out the manor. Just
Yes.
please don't disturb Jensen. Even though, and she pulls off her helmet, and her long flowing red hair just kind of falls to her side, and she kind of, we're all tired, but Jensen's not been sleeping at all. We know
Don't
this.
worry. I'll make sure not to turn this place into a smithy for you.
She chuckles. Yeah. That's a good one.
You said
Well,
awful wrong.
If you ever need some new equipment, as I kind of just knock on her shield a little with my hand, let me know. I am a dwarven smith.
She laughs. She goes, I'm sure once everything's said and done, new equipment wouldn't be bad.
Some
Yes.
dwarven made equipment.
Yes.
As I walk in.
That might not be bad. And she kind of laughs and goes, if you'll excuse me. And she heads off in the other direction of the manor. Cat walks on in as well. She looks, she's like, oh, look at all, oh, bed. And she just kind of jumps up on a bed and just plops down. And as soon as her head hits the pillow, she's out. That's the wrong mouse.
Cat likes bed. Cat sleeps on bed.
That's not what I wanted.
I feel bad for Junk over there. He has to pull an Alphonse and just sleep in the corner, shutting down.
I mean,
That is how I normally do it.
Yep. Yeah.
I will go into sentry mode.
Okay. Yeah. The night night falls. You guys can feel the your body's finally kind of relaxed for the first time this entire day since you've been walking about and dealing with the fact that you traveled through time somehow.
Oh yeah, I'm still working through that, by the way. that mug of ale tasted a lot sweeter. I can say for certain.
Yeah. Cat is like I said, Cat is out. Like she's like there's no waking her up. She's asleep. As night falls, you guys can hear at least the 2 female guards, because you're guessing that's all that's in here. Sounds like they are patrolling, or at least one of them is.
They'll probably see me during my long rest, sneak or walk into the cellar to have some cheese or something.
Okay. Yeah, so for the night, everything seems good. I'm not gonna have anyone roll. There's nothing really major that happens. Let's get to...
Good. We won't have to run over to the crime scene in basically our pajamas.
Yeah, after my 4 hours of shutdown, then I will get up and study the spell book for an hour, or the staff for an hour.
Okay.
To prep my spells.
So I'm curious, is Junk running Windows 10 or Windows 7? I must know.
Well, I'm guessing since we're back in time, it reverted to XP.
Linux.
There we go. All right. After your guys' rest, morning daybreak comes out. It's morning time, and you do see one of the guards. The guard that showed you guys to your room last night. She is awake, and she's kind of patrolling, and she kind of meets you guys about here.
Greetings, guard.
She goes,
Hello.
I assume you all had a good rest. You can tell
Yes.
you can tell that she still has some dark circles under her eyes, but they don't look as dark.
Did you get some sleep too?
She goes, what rest I can. Because my
Now, is
sister's
it because
my sister's currently resting at this moment.
Oh, I see. That is good. I'm glad they're not keeping you overnight, that's for sure.
Yes. We stay here, so there's me, my sister, and then there's a couple of other guards. They go out at night to patrol out in the town, so they've been sleeping during the days.
I see. By the way, I've never gotten your name. What's your name, lass?
She kind of looks at you. She goes, she looks like a little stunned at that. And she goes, I'm Alexia.
Lexia. My name is Goldbeard.
Pleasure to meet you, Goldbeard.
Looks like Goldbeard's got a hold of a prime Amazon over there.
This is
Alexa,
an Amazon
did
Prime
anyone die
pack.
last night?
Wait, what?
Oh my god. That's right. That's right, Gax. That's right.
That was good. Somebody clip that. Clip that now.
I don't know what's going to go in for the promotion short. About this time, these doors do burst open, and another female comes running in. She looks out of breath and somewhat bloodied.
Oh,
Up.
are you all right?
She kind of looks. She's hard for breath. She's like, Jensen, where's? She looks like she's about to pass out.
Before anything, I cast Healing Word on her.
Okay.
Oh man, that went flying. That is 3 hit points back, so she's getting a little bit of that health back.
She looks a little bit better. She kind of looks at you, Goldbear. Thank you. And at this time, Jensen comes running down, or walking down, and goes, "What's all this commotion?" And he kind of pauses halfway through his sentence as he sees this woman. And she looks and she smiles at you, Goldbear. She pulls out a piece of parchment and she just kind of passes out. Not dead, but just passes out right there holding the parchment.
Cool.
We should investigate that note and anything else in her pockets to see if there's
Before anyone does anything, I'm definitely sure that Alexia and I are probably going to help this girl out to actually get her.
The other sister has run out and is like, crap, what happened?
Quickly take the parchment, put it to the mayor, and then I'm gonna help this lady to get some medical attention or something.
The Alexia and her sister look, and they look at you, Goldbeard, and go, "We're going to help her over to the room." And the other sister looks and goes, "Don't do anything funny."
I'll take care of it. I'll cast Tensor's floating disc under her, lift her up, and carry her over.
Okay. The other sister leads you to this room down here.
I'm
Alexia
a
stays.
certified doctor. I'm rushing over to try and give this girl some medical aid.
Okay. So you guys hand the parchment over to the mayor. The mayor looks and he looks and goes, "Shit." And he kind of has an even more dread look on his face than he's had since you guys met him.
Do apologize. Where did I'm guessing Alexia and the scout go?
Not Alexia, the other sister. They're southwest room.
Yeah, I'm gonna just randomly put this in front.
That was pretty crazy, robot. What'd you think of that?
very strange.
Okay.
Anyways, other guard. What's up?
She looks, she goes, I have a name.
I don't think you told us it though, so I'm just goblin to you at this point, and you're
me.
and you're guard to me.
She looks, she goes, I'm Alexia.
Oh, you kind of look very similar. I lost track of who was who.
She goes, well, that is my, you know, we're twins.
So
Kind
you
of.
understand my confusion.
Goes, and you're a goblin. And
Yep,
she just kind of
that's me.
sighs. And yeah, Jensen looks like, again, he looks like there's a lot of dread, and he's, as he holds this parchment and goes, of all the things that could have happened.
What's it looking like, Chief?
He goes, well, that scout, and he kind of sighs, just came back, obviously, with this parchment, this, she was investigating the forest. Apparently, she saw Gavin in the forest heading towards the elves, and something attacked him. She couldn't see quite what it was, and I'm guessing whatever she saw her, and he hands you the parchment, Gax, because you're right there.
All right.
And it's, you know, it's well written, but it's sloppily written, like it was hastily written, and there is blood on this parchment.
What does the parchment say?
Jensen, I'm writing this just in case I can't speak or get to you in time. Gavin entered the force tonight, and as I was keeping an eye on him, making sure he was safe, some creature, I couldn't tell if it was just one or multiple, attacked him. I'm on the run. If I can get a pigeon to you, I can, and it just, where it stops, the writing stops, there's blood, dried blood right there.
Okay, can I use Thieves' Cant to see if there's any code in there from one thief to another?
Yes, you can actually.
Is that like a roll, or it's kind of just something I do?
You just do.
Okay.
As you're looking, kind of how it looks like how hastily written it was. You can tell that there's certain letters that are pulled a little bit more prominently and are written a little bit nicer. And the letters that spell out looks like it's not completed, but what you can tell is GOBL, and that's it.
Obviously, goblards.
Well, that means
Goblards.
nothing to me. That word clearly is, she wasn't a thief. Looks like
That
nothing
word, that word's clearly a typo. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Alright, guys, well, looks like something attacked him in the forest, and that's about all we can gather from this piece of parchment. So, we're gonna check out the forest. What's good?
Jensen,
That seems to be what we need to do.
yeah, Jensen looks and goes, if you guys can. Hopefully Gavin's okay, but hopefully. If you guys will excuse me, I need to go help tend to my wife. And he goes down to the hall. Down the hall.
Damn, that's the wife.
And He definitely sees the dwarf that he just met trying to actually take care of her, trying to make sure, plays doctor, trying to heal her wounds.
Goldbeard, you can give me a medicine roll.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. All right, baby. Oh, I am nervous. +5, don't fail me now. Ooh, that is a 19.
Okay. You're able to tend to her wounds. You can tell that she's stable. She'll make it through. She did get stabbed pretty badly. You actually had to remove a piece of wood that went from the backside into the front. You can tell from
Oh.
the entry. Looks like she got a spear, and it doesn't look like a very large spear. Looks like a very small spear went through her. You are also able to tell that there's with the process in stabilizing her, she has suffered signs of poisoning.
I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that the poison's just out of her body.
With the medicine roll, you can tell that most of it, what was poisoned or most of the poison that was in her body has now bled out.
Okay.
There's still some
So-
traces there, but it's nothing that is fatal at this point.
So, is it enough for her body to just fight it and potentially win?
Yes. Yes. She's stable. That much poison will not kill her.
Okay.
And Jensen's sitting there, and he's kind of grabs her hand, and he's shaking. And he looks at you and goes, "Your companions are going to be heading to the forest. You should go with them."
Take a wet rag, dab it full of water, and just place it on her head. I see.
Why did I instantly think waterboarding?
Jesus
Tell
Christ!
us what you know.
Jesus, I'm not a Duragar. What do you think I am?
That's what you have to
Duragar.
know. You want it, you change your mind.
God. Did you change your mind about the letter you sent? Tell us the truth, you fiend. It wasn't goblins, was it? Was it hobgoblins or bugbears? Jeez.
But yeah, he looks at you, Goldberg, and thanks you before just kind of holding her hand, and it looks like he's just.
I do give him the medical report before I leave that she ran through by a spear. It's gonna leave a cool scar, but she was poisoned, and all of it's more or less bled out. But she's gonna fight whatever remains, and it's kind of up to her now.
He again thanks you. The other sister, the sister you guys don't know her name, she kind of looks and after a minute she kneels down. She talks to Jensen, she whispers something, and then she walks out of the room.
All right. I meet up with my companions again.
Where'd you go?
Hmm?
Did you throw yourself? Oh no, there you go.
I
Never
put
mind.
my I
see.
put myself back with my group.
Yeah, so at this moment, Cat goes, so we're going to the forest?
Why are we going to the forest again?
We heard there's a unicorn there, and we wanted to check it out.
You know, that sounds like a lot of fun, but we should hurry back to the mission at hand.
Well, Cat looks at you. I think that's where the parchment stated that Galvin was attacked there. by creatures. Same
Let me
creatures
see
that
the
attacked.
parchment.
And he,
I
whoever has it, can hand it over.
Yeah, check this out, big dog.
all right. I take it and I read it.
Everything I just said, again, it kind of
Yeah.
cuts off there, and where it cuts off, there's a blood stain.
Gobble.
Yeah.
You don't notice
attack.
the gobble?
Gobble,
You're not
gobble.
a
Hey,
thief.
man. Hey, you never know when a gobble is going to attack versus when a goblin's going to attack.
Said you don't know that it said gobble. You're not
Yeah.
a thief. You can't read that.
Oh.
And I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, he read it and went, heh, whatever.
Hmm. Is everything in common so that it's not?
Yes, everything's in common.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So the gobble attacked.
Well, except for Gobble. Gobble you don't see
Oh,
because
okay.
that's part of the thieves' camp.
Okay. All right then. Kind of look at my dear friend, the goblin rogue here. Did
What's
it
up?
say anything else? Anything important?
Nah, doesn't seem that the scout was a thief. Which I guess is good. You don't want a thief to be one of the heads of the town, right?
Well, a rogue is definitely handy when you need him. Pat him on the back.
Thanks, buddy.
Aww.
Now, let's quit wasting time and get the hell out of here.
Let us go. I feel like we should maybe ask around, but since this report is fresh, we should go immediately.
Other person is still in a critical condition. Who knows what Gavin could be like? I forgot what their name was.
I don't think
The
it was
scout.
told to me.
The scout was
I
not.
just know.
No name for the scout. You
I
just
know
know
that
it's the
scout
wife.
Is,
Ah,
yeah, we know that the scout's are married to the mayor, which is some big news, and I'm glad I was able to hear.
Yep. All right. And Cat goes, okay, well, shall we head to the forest then? She looks a
Fight,
little.
Cat? Are you even capable of helping us there? Or are you just gonna get got?
She goes, I have my resources. Do not worry. I can take care of myself.
Well, good
Don't
enough for
fuck
me.
with a cat, man.
Let's go.
Don't fucking scratch your eyes out.
Alright.
Kind of just look around, making sure that everyone's all right before we leave.
Okay. Do you guys want to head back to the town for anything?
I look at the goblin friend over there. Oi. Do you have any range, lad?
Hey, what?
Range, crossbow.
Oh yeah,
sword?
I got a little bow. Little short
Okay, good. I don't want that imp situation to happen again. You should probably consider putting it to good use.
bow. I mean, this is a new me. New era, new Gax. Come on now. That doesn't happen for a couple thousand years.
Oh. If you want a crossbow, let me know. I have a light bow with some 20 bolts. If you wanna give that a try.
What are the stats on that? Pit?
On what?
On like a crossbow?
Hand crossbow?
Specifically light crossbow. I don't have a hand crossbow.
Oh.
So can I use that? Am I strong enough?
You could use you should be able to use a light crossbow.
Yeah, light crossbow counts as a simple ranged weapon, oddly enough. So it works.
It does 1d8 piercing, and it's 80 to 320 for range.
Yeah.
Where your short bow is the same, but it does 1d6 piercing instead.
Yo, hit me with that.
All right. While we are walking to the Gerblins, I hand him a nice, finely made crossbow with get some 20 bolts.
Cool.
Put it to good use, laddie. So yeah, add that light crossbow, and them 20 bolts in your inventory.
What's the range for it again?
80 to 320.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go back. Meet back in the open area.
Back into town.
No, open area.
Right.
If you guys don't have anything in the town to do.
Yeah. Lexia's a big girl. She can handle herself.
Yorn joins us. But you guys make it back, eventually make it back to the open area. The open road and everything. You guys can see, again, heading west. Because you guys, there is a map, compass. So you guys are heading west. To the north is the forest, and to the south is the massive hill. Or a set of rolling hills.
Well, let's head to the forest then, right?
I guess the forest is where we go, right? I believe so.
Yep. Cat sits there and goes, the entrance that Galvin probably uses where I met you all. So I think that is probably the safer way into the forest.
All right. Take your word for it. Let's go through there. Show us the way.
Okay. And she leads you guys back up to right here.
Oh, back to camp. Hey.
And from this little open part, you can tell that the forest starts to encroach around, and as you get closer, it seems darker.
Funny, all I see is water. And many layers of earth.
It's not easy making these maps.
If it gets darker, I'm definitely sure my dark vision kicks in for that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so is there anything in the entrance, as far as I'm aware of, that I can take note of?
Not really.
Okay.
Like I said, it looks dark and mysterious.
Interesting.
Well, let's get going.
All right. You can all now jump to the forest board.
Are we in the Lost Woods? Get that Legend of Zelda music going?
Dun 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 dun.
I've been playing Breath of the Wild recently. Man, the Lost Woods is
Stupid loud.
goldy.
That's like super, super loud. There we go. Should be better. wait for Junk and Yoren to jump to the forest when you guys are able to.
Waiting on GM.
I mean, I'm in the forest. I don't know why.
I know I'm in the forest. You need to, if you don't see the thing that allows you to move to the map, press the space bar. That took me a second too.
There she is. After you guys travel in, you finally make it into this forest. It is very dark. Very dark and
Mysterious.
yeah.
Dark vision kicks in.
Well, yeah, I got dark vision as well.
So, all right, stick together. Be ready. You never know what comes out of the forest.
I'll reach out and put my hand on Goldbeard's shoulder, and then put my senses into the owl and send it out to scout.
Okay.
Oh. Look up at him.
Yeah, my eyes that normally glow in a bluish purple color are just blank now.
Are you all right, lad? Seem to have lost your eyesight.
No, I've just borrowed my owl's senses for the time being.
Okay.
Well, owls are nocturnal, so you have little like as it flies through. I didn't put in all the trees because that would get annoying to see where you guys are. It is very thick tree line, so your owl's maneuvering. It's not seen too much, but there is a small patch where it looks like there was a tussle and some areas are burnt.
In what direction is that?
West of you guys.
There seems to be signs of a struggle to the west.
All right. We walk forward. Once we get close to the area in particular, I go for the warhammer, draw it out, getting ready for anything.
Okay.
I don't know how far you want me to go before you.
I will stop you guys right there, right where Dax is. As you guys approach this section here, you can feel where there, instead of having some moisture and everything, it feels very, very dry, almost like something was set ablaze. The leaves crunch hard under your feet and your and you can hear the twigs snapping as you step on them.
Okay,
Do
I'll
an investigation to see what could have done this.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Okay,
You
so
went
anyone
from
else wanna
being a
check it out?
goblin. You went from being a goblin to a gerbil.
I cast shield on myself.
Okay.
Or not shield, but mage armor.
Okay. Yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on. It feels dry. Cat kind of looks around. She goes, It's a little hard to. It's a little hard to see. Is it not?
Do you have infravision, lass?
She looks. She goes. Not really.
Well, I would probably say hold the shoulder of somebody.
She goes. She kind of looks. She goes. Couldn't we just use some torches then?
Yes, look, I'm fine. Go through my explorer's pack, get a torch for her, all lit up for her. I allow her to hold it since she's the one who needs light.
She looks and she's like, okay, this is much better.
Good.
I'm gonna stick back away from the light a little bit and stay more hidden.
Okay.
Gax, if you need to, make sure to explore. We should know what we're dealing with out here.
Yeah,
As
I
I
guess I'll
see
do
it.
that. I'll just investigate the area, which, okay, could be worse. That's 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around too.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going forward here.
8.
8. So you're able to distinguish a little bit more that around you looks like potentially a some sort of spell, some fire spells had been set off around this area. Gax, you in investigating around, it just seems really just eerily quiet. You're not hearing any animals minus Junk's owl, really. Maybe a couple of, sounds like fish maybe jumping out of the water, but nothing much. Like no birds, no rabbits, nothing like that moving about.
Well, gang, there's absolutely nothing around here, which I do not like. I'm going to do a eye for detail roll to check out kind of where the crunchy fire spell leaves are. Maybe there's a clue we could pick up.
I'm continuing on forward.
Okay.
Just,
It's 18, I guess.
Yeah, it's just right here in this area. Go ahead and move forward, Goldbeard. Yeah, just in this area, you can tell that's where it looks like it. Right about here. You guys can tell that it's still, a little more crunchy. It looks like more of that same spell got used here. It's definitely a lot more dry and a lot more damage was done over here.
I wonder what could have done this. Am I aware of maybe a fairly well-known spell that could have done this? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
You know that's a fire spell. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah. Is it like a big explosion could have done this? Wink, wink, nudge,
Probably.
nudge. Yeah. Oh. Big explosion. I'm seeing all sorts of collateral damage. Do I see any bodies that are just charred or any sort of weapons that are just
No,
burnt to a crisp? No?
you don't.
Ooh. That is interesting.
Junk, you see much of the same. This area is much more severely burnt.
All right.
The trees around you also have a lot of damage from whatever went off here.
Yeah, we know Gavin was a wizard, and most likely this was a fire spell, so.
This was probably, yeah. They have a go-to spell for such a thing. I don't know what happened to Hero there, but he's probably taking care of his throw.
Yeah,
Bully did.
believe it.
Yeah.
Those two down here and Storm one down here. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you see here. Nothing really else.
Okay. I need a few minutes here. I'm gonna recast Find Familiar to change my owl into a form that might help us better. Give me a second.
Okay.
1 second has passed. I'm sure we keep moving forward. Actually, we wait for our friend to
Yep.
finish the spell. There we go. Go down here. Also, Kit, in terms of backstory stuff, do we have a name for where my character came from in terms of halls? Double
No.
check with you.
No, I don't.
Okay.
And as I finish the spell, my owl will become a weasel.
Okay.
Pop.
And then I will transfer my senses into the weasel and start sniffing around, seeing if I can find some sense of what was here.
Okay, give me an investigation roll then.
I'm guessing you're having it go ahead of us.
Yeah, he's still in the area right now.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
Ooh.
17. All right. Really, no. Your weasel's gonna be a small little cat right now, just because.
This weasel has backstory. I wonder why it looks like a cat.
It's a cat weasel.
It's a cat weasel.
Can I?
Classic variety of cat weasel.
It went popped in its former life, so it turned into a cat.
Okay, that should let you be able to actually switch between that or junk, I think.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll move it over here. It sniffs over to about here. It looks like it catches a scent of some sorts. Starts heading towards what you can tell it might be water.
All right. And I guess we just press ahead.
All right.
Yeah, let's keep her going.
Can you switch over to junk still? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you can. You guys get to about here. The weasel does kind of stop right there. And cat follows up to it, and when she does, she kind of gasps and drops the torch.
What's wrong? Thumbs up.
As you come up, you can see with your dark vision that there's a body floating in the water.
Oh, can I identify the body from any sort of means? Looking at him.
You can tell the body's wearing robes.
I go over to it, and I just is its face down in the water?
Face
or
down
is its
in the
face
water.
up? Oh shit! Okay, so I pick him up, and I make sure that he can actually get his face up first, and then just pull him back to shore,
All right.
back to the land.
You pull this body back onto the land. On closer inspection, you can tell that it's Gavin.
Oh, it's you. All right. Is he out or is he dead?
You can give me a medicine check.
Body be cold. Hold on. I can't. Okay, there. Watch out. That's a 7.
You can tell he's not breathing.
Stop breathing. Help. Do CPR.
Let's check him out to see if there's any clues on what happened to him. 16.
16 investigation. As you kind of are checking around, he has many stab wounds.
What are in his pockets? Or his backpack or packed anything like that? Investigation.
I'll assist him with that.
That is
I'm trying to
18.
make sure he's alive before we start looting his corpse.
So
At what point did I say loot?
You're checking his pockets.
We're just checking his
Sus.
pockets. What does he got? Does he have clues? I don't know.
he's there's nothing in his pockets. In fact, you don't see a bag on him.
Bro, nobody has shit.
Is his spell book still there?
His spell book is actually missing.
What about
His
his,
staff and his spell book are missing.
Oh, feels bad.
He's already been robbed at this point. I don't know of any wizard that would be without their spell book.
So yeah, we can confirm now that he's dead.
Yeah, he's what blood was around his clothes there's not really blood around the wounds anymore because looks like
He's been there a while.
yeah, he's been there for
Whatever blood that was in him
several hours.
was in the water, and whatever was in the water kind of just faded.
Yeah.
I would suspect.
again many stab wounds in him.
Yeah. Ooh, feels bad for this wizard. Should we take the body back to town, or?
I don't think we have time for that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the most iconic thing that's a part of him, which is most likely his hat. And
He doesn't have his hat on either.
damn it! What does he have that's like people will instantly know? Oh shit! This was his.
It probably would have been his staff or his spell book, or if you can try and find his hat. You're guessing since he was laying face down in the water, the hat might have fallen off and fell in the water, or it might have blown
Take
off
a look
somewhere.
for that hat in the water. 13?
13. From what you can see in the water, there's not really anything floating about.
Okay, so
I guess just
Detect
roll 'em
magic?
back in there.
You want to detect magic?
I do.
Okay. You don't. How far is the range on detect magic?
1 second.
I think it's 60.
Yeah, it might be a 60-foot radius. No, 30-foot radius.
From where do you want to put it?
I'll be on the edge, or basically close to where we found the bodies we could.
So 30 foot is 6 tiles. You can tell that there's something over here.
Well,
Alright,
I'll go
I'll
check
point
it
that out. Yep.
Go, Rogue, go.
Well, I mean, do I even need to investigate because we know it's there?
You know something's there. It doesn't take a high roll on this one. You're able to find. You're able to find this hat out here. It looks very singed, but it's still relatively in decent shape.
It is definitely recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have proof of dead. Say
Of
we
the dead
just
man?
roll them back in the water and get back to our mission.
I'm not gonna roll him back in the water. Come on. I will definitely lay him there. I will give him some kind of formality. Like I'm definitely gonna make
Hey, Consul, how's it going?
look as if he wasn't kind of like dishonored in some way, shape, or form. Give it a quick blessing before we run back to town.
Okay.
Or if we are gonna run back to town, if we're gonna march forward, then yeah. You guys.
Yep, let's get going.
Yeah.
All right, we head back to town. Okay.
Wait, head back to town? No, I was thinking
Oh.
march forward.
Okay. Okay. So we're all unified that we're marching forward.
Yeah, I want to try to find a trail of whatever stabbed him.
Okay.
Yes, we can do that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
22.
22. You're actually able to finally, out of everything, it looks like whatever attacked him was pretty well organized, including to the fact that they tried to cover their tracks. You can follow the tracks. I need the line. From about here over, looks like possibly up that way. You can see the...
Okay.
Another investigation roll to see where it leads.
Okay. So I got
Well. 11.
11 and
24.
24. It leads up to about here now.
One. You. 16.
16. All right. From there, it kind of, you can walk over to this point, but it looks like you lose it right there. What was that one? Junk 21. Yeah. So from here, Junk, if that was a 21, you're able to follow it to there.
Keep rolling.
I believe we're not too far behind, just in case he needs
Okay.
help.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I know some things. I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm gonna wait till after the session.
Yeah, this is kind of where the trail goes cold right here. You guys can't seem to find anything. But I will need a perception check from everyone.
Ooh, all right.
What is that, D20?
Yep,
Yeah,
12.
D20 plus
Huh?
wisdom modifier.
a d20. Yes.
That is a 16
19?
for me.
16, 19, 12. Okay. So through everything, here had the highest. What was your roll overall, Novel?
It was a 16 total. It was a 13 with a roll and then plus 3 for wisdom.
So, okay. And 18 for Dex. You?
19.
All right, 19. You guys hear, you three specifically hear almost something eerily moving about up in the trees.
I'm jumping into the shadows real quick.
Hiding in them shadows. Alright. Obviously, Warhammer's out and ready to go. Shield's now out. Kind of just whip it around my arm. Getting ready. I probably shouldn't have done that. Actually, wait. I'm checking something, but hold on. Ooh, bonus action. All right. What? All right. I look over to my paladin friend. Kind of march over to him. Quick, hand me your weapon.
Why would I ever do such a thing?
I'm going to bless it. Quick, hand it to
Here.
me. All right. So I say some holy scripture and I grab his longsword.
That's what she said.
Oh my.
This bromance is going hard. But longsword, is it a longsword?
Oh yeah, it is.
Phrasing.
Shut your mouth.
It very much is a long sword.
I say some holy scripture to Moradin, and I cast magic weapon, which makes it a +1 magic weapon.
And you add on the spell that locates brothels while you're at it.
No.
Alright.
So now it has some cool looking dwarven runes on it. All right.
All right. Gax, give me a stealth roll. Okay.
13.
Okay. And then give me a perception.
12.
12. Okay. So with your guys' first perception, like I said, you guys hear something. It sounds like it's above you.
All right.
And the second perception, Gax, it's still the same. It sounds like something's above you.
All right. Can I identify where it could potentially be?
Somewhere up top in the trees.
Yeah. Like, can I like pinpoint like a closer or vaguer, not very vague area?
You can give me another perception, see if you can.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 19.
All right. Sorry, just doing anything. Okay. With a 19, you're able to hear something. It almost sounds like it's right in front of you, right above you.
I know where you are. If you come out, I'll promise not to send you with the light of Moradin. And I look directly where he's hiding.
You look directly where it's hiding.
Where it's hiding.
You see a giant spider coming down the tree.
No! Fuck.
Fuck that shit up, man.
You just had to open your mouth there, huh, Goldbeard?
Should have burned it.
In fact,
Oh, well.
now that you're looking up, you can actually see
Oh.
a few
Arachnophobic.
spiders now coming down.
As soon as it comes out, can I actually do something real fast?
Yes.
All right. Have it makes a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw?
Dex save, baby.
What?
I was just wondering if it was really quiet.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up stats
Oh, okay.
so I know what it's rolling.
Yeah, sorry, guys. My code's killing me.
No, you're fine.
While we have the off chance, have you been trying to take care of it?
Yeah, I've just been drinking tea.
Okay. A friend of mine also suffered a throat problem, and another friend of mine that came to my house brewed a tonic That was with Ginger. And so on. And then got some basic tea with it.
All right, what's the spell DC?
13, so succeeds.
Okay.
So I was casting Sacred Flame.
All right.
Since it succeeded, it's just lit up, but it dodged.
All right. And I'm going to call the session here.
Oh. Okay.
So when we pick up next Sunday, we will be starting off with combat. And boy, do you guys have a
Nice.
combat.
Well, good luck with that one because I can't do next Sunday.
You can't do next Sunday.
No.
They'll,
Nope,
they'll
yeah.
at least have one of the other roads.
We'll have.
I'm
probably-
another sneaky person, so hopefully.
I'll
Yeah.
smite it.
You'll smite it.
He'll smite it with a +1 weapon.
Which works. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it